Hello and welcome to another robot VARNAC upcycling video. In this video we're going to tell you how to make a ordinary fabric softener into a rat bait station. That's right, a rat bait station. Lots of people are having trouble with rodents these days, and to save money we're going to show you how to make your own rat bait station out of this famous fabric softener right before your very eyes. All you need, of course, is an empty fabric softener bottle, preferably the big jug size like this, and a scrap piece of plywood. As you know, if you've been shopping for rat bait stations, you'll know they're about $10 to $12 a piece. And why spend that kind of money when you can get it, make it for free and help save the environment and keep something like this from going into the landfill? So what we're going to do is, to keep it waterproof, make sure you save your cap, and this won't let water in anyway, and the convenient carrying handle means you can move the rat bait station from one place to another. So to make it size for rats, what we're going to do is cut off the top portion about here. So we're going to cut this off. So for this project you'll need a bandsaw. Yes folks, a bandsaw. And this convenient line on the packaging is a good easy cut line. But to make more room in the rat bait station, I'm going to cut it here. Of course you could use the whole thing, but you want to be able to service the rat trap and change the bait and keep pets and crazy kids from getting in there. So I'm going to show you how to make it more serviceable. So now that you have the top part cut off, you take your scrap piece of wood and put it on top like that. And trace, use a marker or pencil. Use a marker or pencil and trace an outline around the pieces like that. Then it's back to the bandsaw. And as you can see there, it's curved. You could fit the bottle in there, but you're not going to put the whole bottle in there like that. You're going to take a metal cutters and make 3-inch lips here for it to go over the wood like that. So for this you want to use a permanent marker. Don't buy this brand of markers, they're pieces of junk. Fall apart in your fingers. Because like a real rat bait station, you want to be able to get inside there to service the bait. There, now you see it fits on top of there like that. You really didn't have to cut it, but it's a good idea. Now you just poke some holes in here and screw it in. But now the important thing is to decide how you're going to position this thing against the wall for those little varmints to get in there. So you want to be able to cut the holes in there to determine which way they're going to run in there. As you know, rodents usually run alongside the wall, so you want to put the holes so they have some way to get in there to get the bait and drop dead somewhere. So for big rats you need at least 2-inch size hole. So make a good rat size hole, or whatever kind of varmint you have infesting your place. And of course put the holes on the same side, so if you put the holes, you could probably draw a little picture of Tom and Jerry in there or something like that, but make the holes about 2 inches big, so you're big enough for those little varmints to get in there. That's one hole. See, there's one hole there. Now to make the other hole. Yeah, the center line and the mold line actually helps you line up the holes there, so you could use the injection mold line there as an aid to help line up the holes. And now you have the entrance and exit holes, and you have a convenient carrying handle to move the rat bait station into position. Then our next thing is to make the inside of the rat station. So make a line where the hole here, this is going to determine you got to put a little partition there. Now it depends on what kind of bait you're going to put in here. So you want to be able to, depending on how often you want to service this thing, you might want to put 3 bait chunks on there. So as the little varmints running there through the holes, they'll come across and say, oh, the bait is tasty, and chow down on it and eat it and pass on into the great rat nest in the sky. So now that you have determined what size bait you want to use, since the whole thing is open here, you want to be able to secure the bait so it won't fall out. Like if a alley cat runs in there and knocks the thing over, you want the bait to stay in there. So use your trusty owl and mark off the center line for each hole in the bait. So keep them spaced apart. So if 2 rats want to eat at the same time, you want to be able to let them eat their fill. So draw a center line. Now to keep the bait in place, you need wires long enough to go to the top there, so if it does flip over, the bait won't fall off and come off the wire. So you want to use some kind of, this is galvanized wire. So depending on what the gauge of the wire you have, that's going to be the size of the hole you drill on these 3 spots right here. Of course, you could also drill the hole straight through, which is what I'm going to do, and clinch the wire on the bottom. So you want the wire to go to the top of the jug there, so if the thing flips over, the bait won't fly out. Especially if you have little kids and pets and stuff like that running around your house. I'm leaving extra length to the wire, so at the bottom of the hole it'll be clenched. You'll bend the wire and clench it in the hole. And for this size of the drill bit, you want it to be closely to the gauge, or maybe a little smaller, so you can force the wire into that hole and keep it in there under friction. And there you have the holes drilled. See the 3 holes for the rods to hold the bait. And there are the 3 pieces of wire with the coming through the bottom there. Now to put the bait in place, this is a good time to see. If it's too long, you pull the wires out like that, and you just want to keep the bait from flying outside the bait box if it gets turned over. So it's kind of long. You could also bend it over, but you don't want that either. You want it to be able to stop at the top of the station. So kind of see how high the wire should be. Like this wire could go into the spout here, for example. That wire could be a little longer. This wire would stop at the handle. Because a lot of people would probably say this is not really woodworking, but in a way woodworking is problem solving for things around the house, not just making fancy furniture and doing stuff like that. So being able to solve problems around your house is part of the do-it-yourselfer thing. If you can upcycle something and save your woodworking materials for another project, well, why not, by all means. And there, now if it gets turned over, the bait blocks stay in place. See, the bait blocks are still in place. So now you can bend them down like that. Now you have the choice of putting another piece of wood there or using staples to hold it in place. But I'm just going to put it in an out of the way area where it won't really be used. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Ah, that's it, okay. The first one to point out the error that was made, let me know in the comments. You'll win a special prize. Yeah, let me know about the error you just seen, and you'll get a special prize if you know what it is. The first one who pointed out. Now, an important thing about a rat bait station is it's supposed to be secure from pets and children. So use a simple self-threading screw. We could use 4 of them. You could pre-drill the holes, might be a useful idea, but the plastic is so soft. If you're using plywood, put the screws away from the edges to keep the plywood from splitting. That's public domain music playing, by the way. It's public domain. It's over 100 years old. And there it is, folks, the rat bait station. You can see even after it's turned over, the bait stays in place. So it's safe for children and pets. And it has a convenient carrying handle so you can move your clowny rat bait station anywhere. If you make the clowny rat bait station, let me know how it came out for you, and come again for some more upcycling videos and woodworking videos. So make sure to like and subscribe and never miss another crazy robot VARNAC video again. So like, subscribe, and certainly comment. All comments are welcome, good and bad. So see you next week. At the end. Goodbye.